Hello to you. I'm Terry Sharpe, pastor at Hatch Memorial Baptist Church.
Hi, I'm Amanda Owen, the director at the CDC.
Amanda, Hatcher Church and the Child Development Center has had a relationship more than 40 years. And we are getting ready to start a brand new chapter of relationship because Amanda has recently come as our new director. And we are finding a new way of relating with each other, especially with the COVID-19 crisis here in our lap and our lives. It's affecting our congregation as well as the CDC.
That's right. Yep.
How have these things affected the children in the CDC?
Well, obviously with COVID-19, things have changed a little bit with numbers, but I will say that all the teachers and the children have been working really well, adjusting to the changes in COVID. We do have the parents, unfortunately, unable to enter the building, but we've been really good with the adjustment to that, with making sure that we're keeping up with communicating with the parents and just ensuring them through technology that everything's really working well in the center.
And not only has this affected the life of parents and also the children in the CDC, but also even in our congregation, we are governed by 16 stringent rules and guidelines that the governor has shared with us. And so every Sunday, our deacons have to manage people coming in where they are seated in worship. We cannot even use our hymn books or our Bibles. Nothing can be handed out to them with regard to any type of tangible touching. And so all these things have really put a lot of stress on everyone's life. But not only a lot of stress, but we're beginning a new chapter because Amanda has come as our new CDC director. Our director, Joe Mitchell, retired this just several months ago. She served us for 16 years. And Amanda now comes with a great deal of experience and expertise with child development, child education, and the nurturing of administration. With this comes a whole new chapter. We have had not only Joe retired, but we've had several of our teachers leave and retire and seek new venues and new chapters in their life.
Right. Yep.
And with this, Amanda, before these teachers left us, I sat down with several of them and listened to them, their hearts, their expectations, and gave some great suggestions for the CDC, for me as the pastor, for Amanda, and also to help make our CDC better. The beautiful thing about working together is listening to each other, respecting one another, and providing safety for everyone. To me, being able to have an environment of security, of health, and safety, not just physically, but also emotionally, is so important. And it has thrilled me to see the history of our CDC, and now Amanda coming and offering leadership. What do you think is the greatest challenge you'll have this coming year?
So obviously I think the challenge will be with the COVID-19, having the low numbers and having to stick to the CDC guidelines of the low numbers, because Hatcher Child Development Center is very popular. It's got a fantastic reputation. I hear such great things in the community about the center. So obviously having to stick with certain numbers for different classrooms is a little bit tough, but we are getting there. And I know that hopefully, with the seasons changing and, the new year almost approaching, that we can move forward and, definitely move towards gaining those numbers back. So that will be a challenge, but I know that we'll get there eventually.
And we shall. And I want you all to be aware of the fact that even as we prepared to spend these few moments with you, we had to be so careful, even in offering safety, to be a good example to you and for the children, that even distancing ourselves in an appropriate way so that we would meet the health requirements and expectations. It's the subtleties that really are sometimes very large. It's the small things that really matter. In Proverbs 22:6, Solomon wrote, "Train up a child in the way that, or children in the way that they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from it." It's interesting, Amanda, because now I'm 73, almost 73 years old, my next birthday. Don't tell anybody. Now, as I get around the city, I run into parents who tell me, when I was a child, I went to school at the CDC, because it used to be a full school, elementary ages here. And these parents are now saying, I sent my children to the CDC at Hatchet. And now those children are saying to me, Pastor Sharpe, now my children are coming to the CDC.
Very true.
And we just really consider it a precious honor.
It really is.
To be able to train up children, to love them and to nurture them. And we want you all to be assured that when you trust your children to us at the church, the CDC, you're trusting us with the greatest blessing that God could ever give to you, and that's your children. And please be aware, we see them and value them as God's gift as well.
Absolutely. Very true. That's exactly right.
If you have questions, we have answers. If you have concerns, we have assurance. Thank you for listening to us and letting us be a part of your life. God bless you.